In this episode, we have Sylvia and JR, the founder of MacroLife Naturals, a women-owned company that created the superfood category over 25 years ago. Join us as she shares her mission-based legacy brand and award-winning products for the whole family. Thank you so much for joining us, Sylvia and JR.
Yes, good to be here. Thank you.
So what inspired you to start MacroLife Naturals, and what were some of the challenges that you faced during the early stages of the company's development?
That is my favorite story. I created Macrogreens in 1998 to help my son recover his health and at the same time help him to lose 65 pounds in 6 months. You see, I was very healthy, always been in the health business, and couldn't understand how my son had become obese. And so I knew that if I could balance his body with the proper nutrients, balance his body's pH, alkalize his system, I said, listen, I'm going to make something that's going to help do all of these things that might help you lose a pound or two. Well, not only did he regain his health, but he also managed to lose 65 pounds in 6 months, because the reason that he was gaining so much weight was it wasn't because of lack of exercise. He was actually ranked in the state of California for tennis, but he looked more like a linebacker than a tennis player. And it was all that extra exercise that was depleting his body of essential nutrients and causing too much acidity in his body. And that acid begets acid. If your body is acidic, you will crave sugars, fats, carbohydrates, and salt. And so his food cravings were off the chart. So I knew that if I could control those food cravings, he might have a chance to manage his weight better. And that's exactly what Macrogreens did.
Got it. So how has MacroLife Naturals evolved over the years, and what are some of the key milestones that the company has achieved?
Well, we are now known as a legacy brand. We are celebrating 25 years of being in the natural industry and being one of the most popular superfoods on the market here in America. Very proud of that. Through the years, we've launched many line extensions. Miracle Reds is a very good, wide spectrum antioxidant that also has plant sterols to help lower cholesterol levels. We've launched the kids superfood because we want all our children to be healthy. We've also launched the macro meals, which is a high protein, 25 grams of protein plus superfood. So it's not just your meat and potatoes, but it's also your vegetables and greens. So it's your meat and potatoes plus vegetables, and it is a complete meal. We've then recently launched the MacroPet line. So we just stay busy, developing new products and launches and staying current with the industry.
So what makes MacroLife Naturals superfoods and protein powders stand out from other products in the market, and how are they made?
Well, many of the ingredients are freeze-dried, or they are, for example, the Macrogreens uses certified organic barley grass juice powder. Okay, many of the other products just use a grass powder. And the big difference is you have to juice it first, then it's cold sprayed onto screens, and then dried at a low temperature, and then that powder is what we use. That powder now contains the vital nutrients, the enzymes, the cofactors, and everything that your body needs to actually utilize those ingredients. Many of the other formulas use just a ground powder, which means it's got stems, leaves, everything, and sometimes even a little bit of dirt. That's why some of the green powders taste kind of dirty. And but we use juice powders, which are more expensive, but they're more efficacious, and they're just have much more nutrient density.
Got it. Can you talk more about MacroPets, the company's newest product, and how it supports the whole health of pets?
Yes, that is one of our, we are very pleased to be able to provide this. It is an all-in-one dog and cat multivitamin, barley grass, utilizing barley grass for digestion and vitamins, 4 billion probiotics for gut and immune health, spirulina, spinach, pumpkin, which provide antioxidants and vitamins for the skin, for the heart health for the dogs and the cats.
So what kind of research and scientific evidence support the efficacy of MacroLife Nutrients Naturals products, and how do they address specific nutritional gaps and concerns?
Sure. Well, I can help to answer this one here. So really, there's no one has got a perfect diet. And if you really study the science, you're trying to get your 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. That's a very daunting task, even if you're a vegetarian. It's still very difficult to get the 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in a whole day, and especially getting that variety, that rainbow. You can't just eat 5 servings of carrots and call it a day, or 1 box of blueberries and check that box. So our products are very have a wide spectrum of nutrients, either coming from the phytonutrients from the fruits, from the vegetables that we use, but also the different fruits and berries that are in the Miracle Reds. So they're both meant to be taken every day to really make sure that you are getting that spectrum of phytonutrients and antioxidants from whole foods, not just synthetic vitamins and minerals. Also, the things that our products provide are probiotics, which is essential for your gut microbiome. That is your lead defender for your immune system, and it's really the second brain of the body. So that's why all of our formulas are fortified with probiotics to really help increase nutrient absorption from the foods you normally eat, but of course make the product very bioavailable.
Got it. To conclude this episode, I would like to ask a couple of rapid fire questions. So what are some of your personal favorite ways to incorporate MacroLife's natural products into your daily routine?
Well, I'll tell you, it's the quality of our diets that determines the quality of our health. And MacroLife superfoods fill in the nutritional gaps with essential nutrients, probiotics that we need on a daily basis. I love to drink my macro greens first thing in the morning, and it just hydrates my body, hydrates my liver, my kidneys, and it just gives me a boost to start my day. Then later in the afternoon, I take a Miracle Reds, and we all get that afternoon slump. Rather than a cup of coffee and a muffin or something to give me energy, I drink the macro greens, which also helps to give my body all the antioxidants that I need, keep my cholesterol in check. And then, many times I will have either for lunch or for dinner, I'll macro meal protein. And that just helps to maintain my weight. My dog loves the MacroPets, so she gets it every day in her food. I mix it in. I kind of, put it in the middle of her food, but she licks the bowl clean. And once I get grandchildren, JR, hint, hint, they will get the cocoa greens.
Yeah, and myself, I love the macro meal. That's my breakfast most mornings. So that really starts the day off with 25 grams of time-release protein, which is 50% of the RDA. So I know I'm already starting the day with half of my protein needs, my 3 servings of fruits and veggies, my probiotics, and it has the top ingredients from our greens and reds. So it checks all those boxes. So that's what I like to have as my breakfast during the week, at least. And that really makes me more confident in my nutrition.
Got it. What is one piece of advice you'd give to someone who is just starting out in the health and wellness industry?
Michael Jackson said, it's not how much talent you have, it's how much persistence you have. And I think persistence, discipline, they're words that people just don't want to hear, but they're necessary. And you have to just keep, persevering for your dream and realizing and manifesting your dream. That's, for me, that's the key, you know, and because life is going to give you setbacks, life is going to give you bumps in the road. You just need to keep persevering and never give up. You can rest, but never give up.
Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on our show. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and experience. It was great having you.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.